Welcome back to my new series, Life on a Remote Island. My name is Chloe, I am a warden on the Calf of Man, a bird observatory and nature reserve located in the Irish Sea. I actually took some annual leave recently and returned home to civilization and Cornwall to visit family and friends, which was lovely. My journey back to the Calf of Man was pretty special as I was treated to a bird's eye view of the island. For those of you that know Mike, unsurprisingly, he kept himself extremely busy whilst I was gone, installing signs to inform people about prohibited areas where our breeding birds are nesting. He also transformed these outdoor steps from thin, steep, slippy and dangerous to thick, shallow and sturdy steps, safe enough to run up and down. He spent hours flailing, a form of habitat management whereby we control bracken and heather. The island is covered in bracken at this time of year, and it is important to prevent new growth in certain areas to allow other plants to grow and wildlife to utilise it. We use the brush cutter alongside the flail for habitat management and for keeping paths accessible for both the team and the general public. Another not so glamorous job. The thrift has also begun to emerge, and soon the island will become blanketed in pink. It is my favourite time of year. The bird team have been bringing breeding and migratory species like this swallow, which has travelled all the way from sub-Saharan Africa, and carrying out nest checks for species like these razorbill. Last week I have been catching up on jobs alongside Mike as we prepare for the guest season, which begins next month.
So today we are doing something very exciting. We have landed on Kitterland, which is the island in between the Isle of Man and the Calf of Man. Now on this island there are multiple gull species, so we've got lesser blackback, great blackback and herring gull. And we also have longtails on the island though, which is not good because obviously they eat seabird eggs. So we're doing gull counts like we did back on the Calf, so we're counting nests and marking them, but we're also putting out some camera traps and some other traps to try and catch any longtails that are still on this island. So here we are, and let's take you around.
Longtails, or rats if you are from the UK, are an invasive species on many islands, likely introduced by boats and shipwrecks, but they can also swim very well. The Calf has undergone a successful eradication programme, but on Kitterland, by deploying camera traps and good nature gas traps, which is a commonly used method in countries like New Zealand, we can gauge a better understanding of how many there are and reduce numbers to protect our seabirds.
Show the people what the grass is like.
The grass on this island is really hard to walk on. It is super springy and bouncy, and there are lots of holes.
No, do it properly.
We had our first baby gull chicks. I just love the way they hide in the grass thinking that they can't be seen. You also get incredible views of the Calf. A big thank you to John and Jimmy from the Isle of Man government for their help. It is always good fun getting a boat ride. The puffin speakers were returned after being fixed by Mike Howland. Thank you, Mike. The speakers are used alongside our decoy puffins. The puffin calls are sent out to sea with the hope that the puffins are attracted back to the island where they once bred. What a great noise. A big project Mike and I have just completed, track markers. We have 3 designated walking trails on the Calf, the black taking you across the centre of the island, the green going to Jane's house and the north, and the blue which is all the way along the east coast. As the weather improves, we welcome more day visitors and soon our overnight guests, so making sure these tracks are well marked so that the public avoid our seabird colonies and have paths to walk on instead of wading through the bracken is very important. It has been quite physical and tiring, but look at those views. We really can't complain. Some local wildlife enjoying the sunshine, like this painted lady butterfly, and common lizards basking on a stone wall.
Hello everybody, today we are in the workshop and we're going up this ladder to do project mezzanine, which is focusing on this area up here. The main aim is to organise everything, sort it all, and then we're going to build a mezzanine platform so that we can store things more efficiently, we can access it, and we can clear some of the stuff from the workshop and the other outbuildings and put it away up there safely. So I'm going to take you up and let's see what's up there. I'm going to go down, wave. So this is it before, this is the mess. Mike and I have been really looking forward to this job. I think it's going to be a satisfying one, so let's do it.
Fell off. This way, yeah. That's it.
Mike completed Project Mezzanine whilst I was away. He's done a really good job.
So as the weather is pretty miserable today, our project for the morning is this situation. This is our bin store, which you can barely get in at the moment. It's full of lots of stuff that's been piling up over the years. So we're going to sort it, take what we don't need down to South Harbour so that it can be collected and taken off, and yeah, just tidy it up a bit so we can actually get in and see what's what. So we have finally reached the back. This is going to be our sort of burn pile, collecting burning material for the autumn when we can have another bonfire. These are all our old filters that need to go off. These containers we use for our glass recycling, as you can see here. So we collect all our glass bottles, we then smash it up, and then we organise it to be collected, and it can go and be taken to the recycling centre on the Isle of Man. So we think this store back in the day could have been used for livestock or chickens, because there's these little holes in the walls. So maybe the chickens laid their eggs, or maybe it was like a feeding station. And then there's also a little hatch that is here that goes to the outside, so maybe that was where the chickens came in and out of. I'm not sure. But anyway, we have tidied the bin store. Complete.
We found this cinnabar moth, having emerged after completing its pupal stage. It then has to wait for its wings to expand fully, transforming into this. And we also caught this stunning poplar hawk moth in the moth trap. I absolutely love this moth. Just look at its face and furry antenna. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye from the calf. See you next time.